In this chapter, I'm going to share with you a couple of tips in terms of cinematography. The case study that I'm going to use is my film Queen Raquela, that was filmed in the Philippines, Paris, Iceland, and New York. The complete film was filmed on a very, very small camera, and we really had to push the tiny camera to its limits to get the content and quality that we desired. One fundamental thing that we did with the cinematography in the film was to use that little camera, which was an old Sony machine. And what we did was to zoom in as much as possible on that little camera in order to create a field of depth. Another thing that we did was to shoot from as many angles as possible some of the scenes to make them look more dynamic. So here's one example of that. For other scenes, we decided to keep the camera because it was light, either weigh it down with some weight or put it on a tripod to make it more prestige. Another thing that we decided to do, because this was a very low budget film, anytime it rained or we had some kind of natural elements that we can put into frame, we jumped on it to increase the production value and create a kind of a texturized elements within the frame. Kind of one final tip here is, because we only had one microphone for the whole film, I asked the cast, the subjects in this film, to speak as close to each other as possible. So in the end, it kind of turned out fine.
Who brought you to Paris?
Yeah, I know it's you. I know it's you.
And?
Then? Yeah. Should I thank you for that?
What do you mean, should you thank? What do you think? Do you think you should thank me for that?
Okay, thank you.
Come on. That doesn't sound particularly grateful to me.